you're gonna have to peg him. The stupid, useless poor people get to survive! More meat shields for me. That's why you're the only person on this ship I don't fuck. I look like a very meaty ghost. I'm gonna die! I'm getting smothered with a pillow tonight, whether I fuck or not. You'll be thinking about that in your bathtub full of blood later, I'm sure.
The bed's a lot harder than it looks.
All knowledge is stored in the arse, right? Can't leave any cock unsatisfied. Except maybe the Batarian one. Don't even look at me, you filth.
Hilarious. Like and subscribe.
I'm just trying to get over the fact that we had both dads at once. That never happens. The holy trinity of Space Dad has fallen to pieces now that Mandela Dad is gone. But we still got Grizzly and OG. Big Papa Anderson. No one will ever come close to him, of course. Udina was dad by proxy, just because he's around the others so much. He doesn't really count. We're blood dads with the rest of them.
Commander, I found something you need to see.
What have you got?
A group of Cerberus scientists cut ties and fled.
Look
Perhaps
at you
they
being
finally
useful.
realized
This isn't
they
even
were
your
on the
job.
wrong side. We don't know what they were researching, but they were among the Elusive Man's top scientists. They could help build the Crucible.
Maybe we could recruit them. Lots of Cerberus people think they're doing the right thing. I know I did.
And you were right, Commander. Whatever crimes Cerberus is committing now, I was on Horizon when the Collectors attacked.
You were? You got
Really?
paralyzed?
You'll recall I mentioned growing up in the Terminus systems. I was visiting my family at home. While the Alliance was running studies, you were saving me and my family.
Has the Alliance tried to make contact with the scientists?
They've been unable to find them, but they're searching. As is Cerberus. I've been monitoring Cerberus communications. I've charted signal frequency from various Cerberus cells by location and cross-referenced known ship movements.
You found them?
I believe so, yes.
Nice work. Put it on the map and I'll give it a look.
It's on the map now, Commander. Thanks.
You did it before I even said yes. In fact, did I even get the opportunity to say yes, or are you just forcing me into this one? That might be too many side missions for one little guy here to handle. Hopefully they're not all on timers like Grism Academy is. Delesh Mole! That sounds like the most delicious Indian cuisine I've ever fucking heard of, even if it's got mole meat in it. Citadel interview in your cabin. Are you a romance? Didn't know that. You look disgusting. You look like the disembodied head of Thomas the Tank Engine was stapled onto a person. No one is going for you, I assure you. I'd love to see how Commander Shepard kills time between missions. Why don't you give me a call if you'd like to grab some drinks in your cabin? I promise a night of fun and games. Everyone wants my balls. We'll be doing all that very soon. Our balls will be thoroughly melted. Be ejaculating all over everyone with the force of a biblical tempest. No doubt there.
Use something to shoot right now.
Well, I'm the only one who gets to shoot a shot at once, okay? We line up in an orderly queue, we take our fucking turn.
So Cerberus wanted to go into politics, huh? Nice job shutting those assholes down.
Didn't you used to work for those assholes? Something about leather seats?
I worked for Cerberus when they were vigilantes helping the helpless. Now they're a little too mainstream. And evil. The important thing is that you kicked their asses. And also that Ash aced the don't shoot your commander portion of the Normandy reinstatement
Super
test.
mainstream to massacre millions. Joker's writing is my fucking favorite in the world, man. How did my sons turn out so different? How is Grunt the largest force in the entire world? He's a crusty man tank. And then we got squishy little crunchy Joker over here. He's just the funny boy. Both sides of myself split perfectly into each individual boy.
Go easy on Ash. She's been through a lot.
Yeah, like drawing a gun on a superior officer, nearly getting the council killed. That's not gonna look good on the yearly performance review.
First activity as a
Commander.
Spectre, too. First activity after getting a skull creamed.
Hello, Shepard.
What's on your mind, Edie?
The destruction of the Reaper on Tuchanka. It is rare for a technologically superior force to be destroyed by an inferior one.
Yeah, so now all we need is a gun that fires thresher maws.
That was a joke.
I'm sorry, Shepard. I was contemplating. The Reapers are
No
more
time for
fallible
thinking
than
here. We don't
claim.
do that. That's how we get killed.
Despite its best efforts, the one on Tuchanka was destroyed by a worm. This has caused me to reassess the probable period of time before I am non-functional.
You're worried about dying?
In a sense. My processing power is consumed with calculations to help us combat the Reapers, but I can run those scenarios with the rest of the crew. May I ask you another question that troubled Jeff?
Jeff is 2 feet away from you.
What is the purpose of synthetic life?
He's still getting thoroughly troubled. You pass the butter. Nothing but passing the butter.
It's not that different from organic life. A free-willed synthetic chooses what it wants.
But the purpose of organic life is to preserve itself long enough to replicate copies of its genes in succeeding generations. My purpose is not so clear. The other successful synthetic life forms that I have examined for comparison are the Geth and the Reapers.
And the Geth want to become the Reapers except on their own journey, right? They just want to keep advancing. It's like the advancement of science, the advancement of society. I don't see why machines have to be any different. You seem to be developing some kind of emotional core. You want to be inside Joker because there's no way he's getting inside of you. He's mastered flattening himself out enough for the USB port back when you were just a flapping holographic vaginal orb. But now that you got a full body, he's not really experienced with that, man. You're gonna have to peg him. You don't need your pelvis to fly a fucking plane, right? It's just a couple, it's like 2 buttons and a joystick. I've been in an arcade before, I know how it works.
Reproduction isn't all there is. We find meaning in the work we do. Good deeds we accomplish. Love.
I see. I will search my files on the biographies of humans to see if prominent figures follow the pattern you suggest.
No, I'm the only decent human in all of fucking history.
Do so.
That was quick. Gotta love quantum computing.
Shepard, I will alter my processing power to give priority to your stated goals. Duty, altruism, love.
Gay.
Wait, you're just gonna turn yourself good? Can you do that?
It should take some time. If I have further questions, I will speak with you again. Thank you.
Are you and Ashley okay? The last time she saw that body, it wasn't exactly pleasant.
I have informed her of the situation. She is taking it well.
Oh, now I remember who lives in the fucking games room. You filthy, disastrous alcoholic, Ashley. That fucks my brain beyond recognition. Gary, what you thinking about, man?
Shepard. Hell of a day. Udina loses his mind, the Citadel almost falls, and you almost had to put down a friend.
Got a little tense there.
If it had come down to it, could you have pulled the trigger?
I don't see how. We start killing our friends, and war turns into murder.
But it doesn't always give us the easy way out, does it? At least Ash didn't have to join Caden.
Let's hope he's looking out for us. This was his fight, too.
She's so lucky that she actually has a really cool arc in the 3rd game. Corpsey walking fucking migraine Kaiden, who's very contagious, by the way. Glad he's been dead for like the last 120 hours of the trilogy. And no one lives in life support still? Even though all my friends keep dying, I recommend it. You're gonna need as much oxygen as humanly possible.
Good to see you.
Are you serious? This is your first time here! You cock Samara out of like the silent room, the staring into the blank abyss and feeling absolutely minuscule room. Well, you know what? That's probably what you deserve. At least it was magical when Samara was doing it. For you, it just makes you sad. Alright, well, Sharkus is over here. Invasive surgery? My fucking favorite? I mean, it's better than having to piss out that gallstone, so let's go.
Commander, an opportunity has come to my attention that may interest you.
Getting
What's
wasted
going on,
with the
Doctor?
ultimate Grand MILF?
Refugees arrived at the Citadel
Damn it.
recently in possession of military-grade medical supplies and equipment. In reviewing our inventories, I determined we have an excess of medical supplies to treat contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
My 3
They're
favorite
equipped
diseases.
to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees?
Precisely. Perhaps you could ply your charms to broker a trade.
Isn't this something you could do yourself?
War profiteering is running rampant, and these refugees are wary of the Alliance military. They didn't trust me. But you are
But they'll
Commander
trust
Shepard,
the
a
highest
hero.
ranking boy
You could persuade them.
in all Alliance military. Listen to your voice. It is liquid oral intercourse. As in, oral ears. Ear fuck. Why does oral and oral have to be the same word? Are you supposed to say the ear version differently? Because it's AU, right? Oral? That sounds disgusting. That sounds like Lenny from Mice and Men, except he's graduated from rabbits to owls.
I'll
right
find the
away.
refugees as soon as I can.
Speak with Tactus.
The rabbits
Many
aren't
of the
smart enough to
refugees
shoot
near
him
the Citadel
themselves.
docks look to him for leadership.
Owls probably are.
Thank you, Commander.
The birds of prey, after all.
With access to their equipment and materials, I believe I could increase the effectiveness of our Medigel.
I don't even need a gun. I'll swallow his eyes, and that's just what he deserves. Could reassign my powers. I don't know how I could get myself a defense matrix Unless I get myself a sex robot body, which it's only a matter of time. You know that's Shepard's final evolution.
It's far too risky after Udina's coup. Postpone those deployments.
Oh, I don't like the way she said coup. Coup. That's what she said. We all quivered. Our skin doesn't feel like skin anymore, but we gotta deal with it. Phillips, I'm authorizing you on behalf of the city senate to seize any and all EZO stockpiles in our treasury in order to secure safe passage for our citizens on any available ships. These look like private stockpiles. Senate members' stockpiles. I'm foregoing re-election. Now let's get us those ships. Yes, sir! Fuck the billionaires! If it means the stupid, useless poor people get to survive! Plus, more meat shields for me. I just can't believe fucking Ashley won't talk to us. This is your first time on my ship. At least, like, take off your damn shoes first. You were fully clothed. We don't allow that. That's why you're the only person on this ship I don't fuck, Ashley. Man, that felt violent. I liked that. That was a good interaction. I felt so liberated. I felt so free. Balls rustling in the wind.
Traitors are the worst form of enemy. In our cycle, we would remove their limbs one by one and offer them a choice. Eat their own flesh or starve. Your politician deserved far worse than a bullet. And if the other human had not seen reason, her death would be certain too. There is only one enemy in this war. Reapers. No others will be tolerated.
You want to go tell that to fucking Cerberus, please? Because I don't think they got the telegram.
I would like to visit the Citadel again, when it is not infested with traitors.
I wonder if we can get some shore leave with Jarvik.
Bears watching, Commander. I sense that the blood in his veins is very cold.
What the hell is that? He's got like a giant Zimmer frame in the corner. Far too big even for a crab man. Was that Grunt? Not even a year old yet. You don't need that.
A brazen attack by Cerberus, repelled by CSEC.
Excuse me?
Alliance Marines explain the Council fleet's delayed response. We speak with the brave men and women who fought the good fight in the
Hello, it's me. I'm the brave men and women. I am the only brave man and also woman. If I have to accept the accolades of both genders, I will. I'm not listening to you, dude. I'm just doing my exercise. My fitness skill is at an all-time fucking high. Crippled L-core kind of speeds is what I truly deserve.
I feel better. Everything's so much clearer now.
Glad I could help.
So now you're gonna drink yourself to death. That is pretty clear, actually. That's exactly what I would do, too. Seems like you're thinking with a sound mind.
Look, just so you know, I've got a new shoot first, ask questions later policy when it comes to politicians.
Fair enough.
And you're never ever going to the Citadel ever again. Well, that's not fair enough. That's not an okay thing to say. Can we just put him in like his dog kennel where he fucking belongs? He's worse than Grunt.
Trainer, if you're not doing anything, I've got a few hours free. Would you like to come up?
Is she a lesbian? I can't remember. I mean, that was sultry as shit. Even if she is one, we just converted her.
Gorgeous. I've seen apartments smaller than this.
Gorgeous.
Well, Commander,
she sounds like my
ready
nan.
to play?
Play?
I picked up a chessboard on the Citadel. GUI interface, not nearly as nice as real pieces, but this takes up less
GUI
space.
interface.
And I recall you delivered something that closely resembled a challenge. So, interesting.
No, you've traumatized me. Solarian had me rubbing shit all over his iPad when I was on Sakesh. I don't want any more GUI interfaces. I've seen enough of my entire lifetime, thank you.
This is a trap, isn't it?
I'm just a simple lab scientist, Commander. I'm sure your real-world expertise will give you an edge.
I'm gonna die! I'm getting smothered with a pillow tonight, whether I fuck or not.
Ha!
Oh, come on.
My word, Commander. It's almost as though you wanted to spare your pawns the indignity of living under my regime.
In real life, that tactic would have worked.
Well, in
so
real
cute.
life, one doesn't move on an 8x8 square grid.
Go back about 10 years in games and Shepard probably
Pawns are
would be.
infantry. A good infantry line, like the Krogan, can take a charge like that.
That reminds me of a joke. What's the difference between Commander Shepard and a Krogan? One is an unstoppable juggernaut of head-butting destruction.
Yeah, I get it. That's me. What about playing in bed? No! Shepard! Bad! Well, like, I got the mission to go recruit Tali. We can't do this right now.
And the other doesn't have a smart-ass comm officer to keep him in line.
Ooh, that's even better than the number of testicles punchline.
No,
glad
no,
you
it
didn't
isn't.
run back
You
to
just
the
like it
lab,
because it
Trainer.
involved you and I'm paying you attention.
Thanks. So, rematch?
Hell yes.
This is not the way to get goo all over your interface, Trainer.
Trainer, can you send Diana up? She wanted an interview.
Right away, Commander.
Oh, do you see how sad
it,
she
Jack
was
Commander?
when she said right
I'm
away?
ready.
She realized she's not the only special girl that gets to live in my bed.
Commander,
Oh, me
it's
and
no
Diana
secret
even
that
film it,
Council Space
apparently.
has suffered some serious losses to the Reapers lately. Now Cerberus has struck directly at the seat of our government. If something as small as a human terrorist organization can hit the Citadel, is anywhere safe?
Cerberus has limited resources. This coup attempt was likely the best they could do, and it cost them a lot of money and troops. A little fear is understandable, but it can't paralyze you. They've failed as many times as they've succeeded.
But humanity has lost its counselor. The Alliance Parliament is destroyed, and the Prime Minister's dead. The line of succession is getting pretty short. How long do you expect any new Alliance administration to last?
The Prime Minister? You telling me that the UK is like king of Earth right now? It's back to the way it used to be? Oh man, they must put me in charge. I must be the new queen. I must be even bigger, Liz.
Leaders will rise. You can't lose hope. Our enemies won't rest until they've taken the last human being. Until then, we're not beaten.
Oh, none of these sides are my good side.
Right now, it's everyone's duty to step up.
I look like a very meaty ghost with
All right.
incredible fashion sense.
Now a question from Thessia. Commander, during your tribunal, some said you had Cerberus ties. Thanks for your time, Commander. This is Diana Allers for Battlespace. Good night, and stay strong. Be careful, Commander. You keep feeding me like this, and I'll follow you home.
Why is everyone trying to enter me? How are you even a romance? Look at you, you're an interviewer. I kill people. You said, oh, they lost a lot of troops. I'm the reason for like 90% of that. I could fill up like my entire fish tank with their blood. And you know what? My fish would fucking love it. That's exactly what I trained them for. On Earth, the only urethra fish we have are in Asia. In the galaxy, these are all urethra fish. Even the giant jellyfish. Someone's got to have a urethra big enough. The Krogans have finally got their cocks working again. Let's keep this professional. Get the fuck out of my
I think we're
sight.
just fine in front of the camera.
Oh, did you think? Of course
You're
you
literally
did.
groping
Me and my
yourself
big
right now
mouth.
in my presence.
I'd better get out of here before I send another wrong signal. See ya, Commander.
And now you're taking an extra long look at my room because it's the last time you'll ever see it. You'll be thinking about that in your bathtub full of blood later, I'm sure. 103rd Marine Division? Because I turned her down? Is that like all her husbands and they would have all been very, very mad at me? I'm like, no, I won't save the world because his wife is just cheating on me with basically man god right here. She likes more Valium than a woman. Hell, even if I did bang her, I imagine neither of us would fucking remember it.
James, I've got some time if you want to talk privately.
Quarter of the way across the fucking rainbow that leads to my dick.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good, James. You?
Good, good.
You've come here purely to, like, act out on a hit contract to kill my hamster.
Wow.
I don't like the way
This
you're
is what
looking
I can look
around.
forward to when I get my own command.
You want your own ship, Vega?
Yeah, maybe one day. When I'm old and I can't fight worth shit anymore.
You just come up here to make fun of your commander?
Sorry, Loco.
You've been on one mission. You've killed, like, a
I
guy,
guess
dude.
Maybe I got some things on my mind. I wanted to get your opinion on something.
You don't get to be one of my sons.
Shoot.
You're bigger than me.
What did you do when
Run
they
and
asked you to
count.
join the N7 program? I mean, was it a no-brainer for you, or did you think about it before accepting?
They've asked you, dude? Killed one guy, but he must have been a very
The N7
large
program
guy.
is a big deal, but it's also a big commitment.
I hear that.
You get the best training, best equipment, best assignments.
And they expect the best in return.
Yes, they do. Why you asking?
Well, even all the shit that's going on, somebody somewhere managed to track me down and forward an N7 commendation. It's dated the same day the Reapers attacked Earth.
You don't sound too thrilled.
Well, aside from the fact that there won't be an N7 program if we don't win this war, being a soldier's the only thing I've ever been really good at. And not because I try. Hell, I'd have kicked my ass out years ago. Last time I had a command, I lost almost everyone, and they promoted me for it. I guess I'm just not sure if I'm ready to lead again. I don't know if I want that responsibility.
So stay with me. Somehow you're still better than Ash. She's not replacing you.
You mentioned that before. What went wrong?
What didn't go wrong? We were out on patrol, checking on some strange readings, and the collectors hit. But they hit the colony first. By the time we got back, most of the colonists had been subdued or abducted, including our CO, Captain Tony.
So you were in charge?
Yeah. We laid low for a bit, waiting for a chance to strike, but before we could, we were betrayed.
He's telling it like a horror story around a campfire.
Working with the collectors.
Like summer school.
I had no choice. I killed him and destroyed the collector ship. But it got ugly. We lost most of the colonists and all but one of my squad. Not exactly a textbook operation.
You did what it took. Sacrifice the few to save the fucking many. It's hard, especially when they trained you up and everything. They were your father figure before I was your fucking father figure, even though I reject you, because if anything, you're just peeled grunt. You did the right thing.
You can't blame yourself for being put in a tough situation. And if you were promoted, then something must have gone right.
Sure, but...
If you'd saved them all, would things have worked out better?
I don't know. I don't think so.
The right choice is usually not the easy one.
Yeah. Did you know that before you joined the N7?
Yeah. That's why I was asked. And it's why they asked you. There's not a single N7 that hasn't sacrificed, either themselves or their soldiers at some point.
So you think I should accept?
It is up to you. How is the Paragon option the one that's like, do this, now, no free will on my squad? I just want to be like, I'm not making that decision for you. I will put you in the greatest environment you possibly can be to do some fucking good. I will get you there and ensure there's an N7 to return to after this fucking war ends. But I'm not making the choice for you, man. I guess the only good thing to do is hell yeah, because it's on the good boy side of things. I love you, man. But even the chief simp gotta take some shore leave sometimes.
Assuming we survive this, that's a no-brainer. You're a damn good soldier, Vega. Don't waste that opportunity.
I'll think about it. Seriously. If you don't mind, maybe don't mention this to anyone else.
Of course not.
Gracias. Well, I think I better get back to the hangar. Things here, it's a little too soft for me.
The bed's a lot harder than it looks.
I'll take your word for it.
After me and
Thanks
Tali
again,
absolutely destroyed it.
Anytime.
I've seen more than enough dad for the day. I'm gonna overdose at some point. There's too much joy. I don't deserve this. I mean, the last one felt like a parent-teacher conference. It was really, really weird. I don't know why. Too many authority figures. I'm terrified. Gonna have both dads spanking you at once. I don't know how that exactly is gonna make you better at a parent-teacher conference. Because all knowledge is stored in the arse, right? Obviously, gotta get that, the smart meat tingling.
Shepard, I was hoping you'd check in again.
You okay?
Been putting my old academy training to use, organizing the resistance. You know you've got quite a fan club back here.
And
Any
you
news we hear
deserve so
about the
much
Normandy
bigger.
gives hope to the guys in the trenches.
Why does he have Minecraft sugarcane on his hat? What's that? You a big crafter?
I know what that's like, fighting in the dark. I'm glad we're making a difference.
It's more than that. A lot of these people have never held a gun in their life. When they heard that you managed to get the Torians and Krogan to cooperate, that was a shot in the arm, Shepard. Of the one thing we're in short supply around here, faith. That any of us will live to see another day.
How bad is it?
It could be worse, but not much.
Can you still coordinate any kind of counterattack?
We're hitting the Reapers every chance we get. Mostly guerrilla-style hit and runs, but it's not enough. It's time we started focusing our efforts.
Where?
London. Something big is happening there. Our networks in the UK say the Reapers have arrived in huge numbers.
If you can save anywhere in all of Earth and you pick London, I'm a filthy, colonizing Brit bitch. And I am still very, very aware that London is the worst capital city that I have ever seen in my lifetime. I mean, at least it's not any of the US, but can we go anywhere pretty? Can we like vacation in Spain? Surely they're targeting all like the leisure spots first. Going for the fucking French vineyards. What are we gonna do without our alcohol?
I don't like the sound of that. Any more details?
No. And that scares the hell out of me.
The Crucible will scare the hell out of the Reapers.
We're counting on it. Oh, and Shepard, I meant what I said earlier about Kai Lang. The Reapers may seem like our biggest threat, but take it from me. Lang is a vicious bastard. Don't underestimate him.
He's
Noted.
one man.
Then I'll let you get back to it. We need whatever good news you can send our way. Anderson out.
And he lost a fight to a big green watermelon cancer patient on his last day. I'm not particularly scared. Basically, Cerberus' next project that isn't you, that isn't Lazarus, that isn't rebuilding the sexiest sex boy that sex has ever brought into existence. You, the fucking sequel.
Come on,
and he's trash. Personal apartment, we're not going there for a very long time. Like it's A. I think it's just named after Anderson, or maybe apartment, but I've named my house Anderson. Wanna get wasted instead of saving the
Navigation is
world.
becoming increasingly difficult due to the number of refugee ships in the docking area.
Who the hell cares? Calm down, Edie. It was fine. Why was that necessary? Remember, the world sucks. We know. We know, Edie. It always will. Joker and Edie. He stopped crunching and they're actually going to have a little relax together. With the biggest picture I've ever seen.
I was just about to get us another round.
That looks like a nuclear cooling rod. Are you putting that in him?
So,
is that what you think sex
looks like
is,
you two
Edie?
are having fun.
Yes.
Watch old Attenborough
Joker's been smiling
documentaries.
and laughing at a significantly higher rate since he and I agreed upon a relationship. I mean, he is happier.
Yeah, I think those 3 words all you really needed. He's such a cutie, though. Good for you.
Seemed like you two might make a good match.
Real people
I
are
was
a
not
bit
so
much to
certain.
him.
When I first presented this body to Jeff, he seemed aloof.
Really? What did Joker say?
He said I didn't have to conform to some feminine ideal in order to impress him. I then called him on his bullshit.
R/slash
and we then
nice
proceeded to
guys.
talk normally. After your encouragement, his attitude exhibited signs of change. He said he was reluctant, but you convinced him to go for it.
I might have helped a little.
I see. Thank you for your support, Shepard.
Gave him the talk.
This is proving to be an illuminating experience.
I imagine it's not really the birds and the bees in the space age, but everything that starts with B is absolutely terrifying now. I don't even want to think about Batarians when that is also on my mind, okay? No matter if they're the walking glory holes. Cortez, where are you? He asked to meet me here and he's just nowhere. Is he one of the strippers? Is that you? No, that's completely wrong species. There he is! He's playing the world-ending fruit machine. Wait, that's not you. That looks exactly like you. Are you making love to this woman? We were lied to! Bisexuals don't exist, what's that? That is him. No, it's not. There's like 3 haircuts in the game, okay? I'm not being problematic.
I always thought this place would be cool if it didn't involve so much walking.
If you're in pain, I could carry you.
Pass.
Your turn. Counselor Tavos.
They're doing fuck, marry,
But
kill.
points off for attitude.
Shaira the consort.
Hot, I guess? Can we stop this? You're creeping me out.
Dalatras Linron.
Ew.
She's just gonna be attaching pieces to herself. She's potentially gonna go and find Shaira, peel off her face, and just glue it to her body. She's a robot. She doesn't know any different. I just want to find my man. Maybe he's like sitting on one of the sofas. No, his titties aren't quite that impressive. What the fuck? He practically begged me to come here. Plus, we never ran into Garrus. Where the fuck is Big Gary, king of the Garys?
Daughter's paperwork has been processed.
Oh, cute! Finally!
You said it was impossible. How did you pull it off?
Had to suck so much cock.
Friends, called in a few favors, maybe even stayed up a few nights. I wasn't sure I could pull it off, but everything.
What you're saying is, you ruined her life! You're welcome!
We'll travel with her to ensure she reaches her relatives back on the homeworld.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Why don't you go spend the time you have left with her? I'll take care of the rest.
Cute.
I have to admit, the place feels safer with you here. Everyone's walking around in a daze. Or in my case, limping.
Oh, hilarious.
And I
What a
wonder if
funny
we'll do the
guy.
same.
There's just something really wholesome about Bailey. He was like an advocate for torture in Mass Effect 2. Now I'm just like, he's the best man I've ever met. I love him. Wait, what's that sound? Have you always been making that sound? She's holding up finger guns. Who's she gonna finger bang next? Hopefully me. Hope I'm the lucky lady. Volus Ambassador. Din Korlach. You'd hope first of his name. I don't really want any more Din Korlax bouncing a fucking round. He's not real. I gotta like shake down every single volus. And I don't really want to know what would fall out of them. I imagine that would be the most exercise any of them have ever done. I don't want to put them through that. That's my worst enemy. Embassy guard, here we go.
Was the volus ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander.
Oh, exactly where I took
need
out the stupid
Inspector
bubblegum
business.
squids.
I'll unlock the office when you're ready.
I'm absolutely gonna meet an old friend here. I have no doubt. This is the same office that we infiltrated with Kasumi. Zaid? Is he gonna show up? Play and should we be an absolute maverick? The ultimate fucking galactic hipster and play 3 foot? No, I'd rather die.
You've never been this uncooperative with us before, Ambassador.
That's because you were actually doing some good in the galaxy before.
Has that changed? How many colonies would be gone if we hadn't taken action against the Collectors?
Too many. But fighting the Alliance
must continue in order to end the war. We understand it took a lot for you to reach out to Cerberus, Ambassador Korlak. We ask that you trust us a little longer.
I guess that means he was with Cerberus while I was with Cerberus. I can't be too mad.
monsters.
Ambassador, please.
Hundreds dead. Udina betraying the Council. I should have cut ties with you ages ago.
Someone get me a fucking
The
tissue.
risks you took by passing information to Cerberus.
He sounds very
It's left
sneezy.
you in an interesting position.
Or potentially just needs to
If you
wank
sever
out his
contact,
anger.
we can't
We've all been
protect you from
there.
the consequences.
I have no time for this.
We'll speak again. Have a good day, Ambassador Korlak.
It's like he's talking to a fucking VI. Press 1 to get a hit put out on you, because you're so very fucking angry and loud.
The Turians think I'm still working for Cerberus. They've put a price on my head.
Oh, that little head shake.
I can't go to CSEC, but Cerberus has plans. An entire Turian colony rests on my life. If anyone finds this, I hid a tracking receiver in the office suite beside the human embassies. And what are you... Damn, Cerberus has them everywhere nowadays.
Saeed!
We're gonna go on about them all night.
I was right!
Car up here quick. Little bastard's even heavier than he looks.
Saeed?
Who else could it possibly be, man? Who else in like the year 2247 or whatever the fuck has the voice of the angry fucking boating instructor in like season 2 of SpongeBob?
Would anyone care for a bonbon?
Hello, Bug. Oh fuck, they must know I'm here. But is it Cerberus or Zaid? I guess he was only there for the bounty. There's no way he actually thought about things. I don't think that boy's capable.
How long till we killed Korlak?
Once the credits go through. Was beginning to think you weren't interested in the money.
I'm not. Because Korlak worked for Cerberus?
Hello, Budget Rex.
None of your goddamn business. He waking up?
This is Commander Shepard. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Tell me where you are.
We're still near the Presidium. CSEC will check Selkish arms when they realize I'm missing. They won't give a damn when they realize you sold them out to Cerberus. Wait. Cerberus is planning to attack a colony that...
Stay calm.
Put me under
Help's coming.
Zaid, damn it! Oh, you
Saeed
fucking
used to work
idiot.
for Cerberus. Ask him why he's here.
Why go after your old employer, Zaid? How you know my name all of a sudden?
Good question.
But now I've just put fucking Zaid in danger, haven't I? Especially when she thinks that he's already not interested in the money on the side of the round one. Canellan Arms, or something like that. Where do they sell limbs? Who are you gonna blow to get a good old fresh arm around here, please? Do you count? This man's constantly vomiting into a plant pot. Okay, good. I think you might actually be in this randomized apartment. You've never been openable before. Time to breach.
Damn, wrong door. He needs you alive to stop Cerberus.
Cerberus is after a Turian colony. Kill me, and they get it.
Drop my name.
Shepard's investigating. He's a recent acquaintance. How recent? Very. Shit. Alright, I'm listening.
You don't want Shepard coming down on your ass, do you, Zaid? I'm the one person in this galaxy slightly more insane than you. You killed your other bounty hunters?
Shepard, glad I wasn't just making an ass of myself over a hunch. Undisciplined bastards. This is what I get for signing up at the last minute.
He always looks ready to swallow his own teeth.
I'm here, Commander. You saved my life. I almost died because the Turians thought I was still with Cerberus.
Yeah, I'm not particularly interested, dude. I want to speak to my grumpy space grandpa. I've missed him so badly. His face looks a little bit less fucked up than before. It's always breach o'clock where we're going.
Did those mercs hurt you?
I'm fine. They wanted me alive until the fees were delivered for my capture. They didn't care about what I had to say.
You kept mentioning a colony in your message.
I lied, so I didn't fucking die.
Information on a Turian planet's defense system. They'll strike soon. But if I tell you which planet they're attacking, Cerberus will know I turned traitor.
Turn? You already betrayed your own people.
We saved your life. Tell us what planet you put in danger.
Give us your colon expertise.
I can offer a bargain. The Volus bombing fleet. In tactical terms, it's worth far more than a colony.
I was promised butt doctors and that's all I'll have.
You can warn the Turians there'll be an attack, Commander. That should be general enough to ward off suspicion.
Beat him, Zaid? I almost kind of want to see it. I get the feeling we won't be able to, because the game just refuses to ever see Volus in combat. Actually, I think the Bionic God, the Hurricane of Change, does get absolutely eviscerated. He does a bit get beat with his own spine from a distance with the most powerful bionic criminal gang of all time if you actually let him fight. But other than that, I don't think we'd let one of these, the magic meatballs, get beaten in full fucking frontal view.
You tried to do the right thing before. It failed because you trusted the wrong people. Now here's your chance to make up for it. You're giving us Volus support, and you're going to help us make Cerberus pay for using you.
I can't.
Alright, Zaid. Beat him.
You can.
Waste of everyone's time trying to appeal to a Volus's better nature, Shepard.
Aphis. The colony's name is Aphis. Cerberus wants its shipyards.
Did they bug your fucking suit? What's the worry?
Yes, it's yours, Commander. I'll speak with Citadel security about this incident.
I will always wonder what their titty barnacles
You have
are
my
for.
thanks.
Or if it really is just barnacles.
Took him long enough to spit that out.
Zaid, what are you doing here?
Later. C6 on their way. Won't be too pleased with the mess we left them. Catch up with me at the docks if you like.
Roll him at the Reapers. I really do just want to shove Volus in cannons. They make much better ammo than they do soldiers, right? For Zaid, I doubt he's going to be in the docking bay. He doesn't seem to be the type to dock. He doesn't even seem to have his dentures in right now. He's got to look his best for me. Where are you, grandpuppy assassin? Oh! No one needed to see that! You really are just peeled grunt. I'm not a fan of that. Let's give the Batarians shitloads of money that they really don't deserve.
James?
A Batarian tattoo
Commander,
man?
what brings you down here?
Of course it's
I was
tribal.
about to ask you that.
Well, after our little chat,
I thought I'd have a midlife crisis.
I made up my mind. I'm gonna join the N7 program.
And you're celebrating by getting a tattoo?
Sort of. See, there's no official channels to go through right now. So, I guess this is my way of making it official. Technically, I'm just an N7 recruit, but, you know, I figure with you as my training officer, how could I fail?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you seem to be relatively used to, puncturing yourself full of fucking needles all the time. There's only one way a human can get that Krogan physique. So this is nothing for you, right?
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't exactly say I'm training you.
Probably even
Not
roid-fueled
officially,
ink.
But what the hell is in this goddamn war? I'm just saying, whether you like it or not, you're my direct superior, and you're N7. So I take my lead from you. And you know, I'll take whatever advice you got.
Really?
Sure. The good advice.
It's not like a scratch and sniff tattoo, but you scratch and his muscles just expand. He balloons even harder. He's even more of a fucking tumor-filled sausage casing. Welcome to the program, James.
They wouldn't ask you if they didn't think you could handle it.
Here's hoping.
Why do you seem so upset by this, Shepard? Everyone
now.
keeps taking your roles.
I know it seems like I don't take things seriously, but when I commit to something, I fully commit.
Clearly.
Well, that's worrying.
I won't let you down.
I tend to go on quite a lot of suicide missions, dude. I wouldn't want you to commit in that way. Maybe, let's leave the code names out of it with James. He doesn't seem to quite understand.
The only person you need to prove yourself to is the one standing in the mirror every morning.
Good point.
You know, that's gonna sting for a few days. You gonna be ready for duty?
Well, I'm not looking
He
forward
gets
to
shot
slapping my
every
armor
damn
back
day.
on.
It's
I'm
gonna
always
smudge.
Glad to hear it.
Ah! Careful! What the hell are you looking at?
Nothing.
Zaid Masani is my next war asset. And that just boosts the fucking thing all the way to the limit. He's all we need.
Shepard. Figured you'd be too busy recruiting goddamn armies for this war you're in charge of.
I could always use more help.
I'll bet. I've seen footage of what happened on Earth. Tell you what, I'll see if some old contacts of mine are still around.
Not even
Can't
just
promise
Zaid.
anything, but if enough of them are still breathing, I can lend a hand.
You know the current leader of the Suns?
Vosk, don't remind me. Little scumbag shot his mouth off on a patrol mission once. Got half his squad killed. Real popular after that. We couldn't boot him from the Suns fast enough. Should have ended his tenure with a bullet.
Who are all of you? We've discovered the hentai monster version of the Blue Man group, all confined to their own little space. Is this a bug? It used to be like all Batarians and humans over here. I'm surprised that it's not like, oh, go fetch us our fucking drum kit that we left back on wherever the fuck. I'd actually love that. Please God, why isn't it that? I miss Kelly. I thought I'd be able to talk to her a few more times. Just if Zaid replaced her now. Yes, a much better psychologist, of course. Just scream at them until they're healthy. Who the hell are you?
I recognize you. You're Commander Shepard.
And you must be Tactus. Heard the refugees consider you their leader.
Yes, someone needs to sort out this mess. CSEC has tightened access to the Citadel, and we've got desperate people down here with no place to go.
I also hear you need basic medical supplies. Dr. Shakwa spoke of a mutually beneficial trade.
I tried to be clear. In my experience, the Alliance looks out for their own. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. I know you need our military supplies, but they're worth far more than your basic meds. Her offer wasn't satisfactory.
And I am absolutely huge on bribes, so...
Your people need our supplies, and my people need every edge we can get. Your combat-grade meds will make a difference. And our mission may just save everyone. Now is not the time for pettiness or mistrust.
With our day-to-day worries, it's easy to forget we are all in this together. I'll have my people contact yours. You'll have your supplies as soon as possible.
I've broken the fucking alliance that means your fucking entire species had any chance of survival. You're fucking welcome. You better give me all your drugs.
Cerberus did during the coup. That's not the organization I joined.
Yes, it absolutely is. She looks horrible. I don't know what the fuck they did to her model from the original trilogy, but she looked so much better back then. Maybe not in 3, but in 2, she looked adorable. She was never hard to resist in favor of someone who actually fucking matters, but... You know, she was certainly there. She was decent enough set dressing. Didn't projectile vomit every time I looked in her general direction. But now I do. Yes, we're gonna do one last sweep. One last cervical sweep to make sure that there isn't a sneaky little gay rattling around. Cortez! There's no way you're on the dance floor. You're trying to pick someone up? You only just got over your husband. Was that it? You just needed to, like, glue his fucking husband to the wall and then everything was fine. If I start dancing, is it like lighting the beacons? He'll be on his way soon. Maybe I just need to start getting wasted. If that actually is the trigger, that'd be really cool. And Shepard's a fucking lightweight.
Heard from your brother since then?
No, Sergeant.
All right, Talavi. I'll see if I can get you fighting Reapers instead of Cerberus.
Oh, it's so she doesn't accidentally shoot her brother. Don't worry, I'll make sure I kill him for you. Dr. Sharquist wants to speak to me again. Of course she fucking does. This is exhausting. Why do people enjoy my presence?
Good
I'm
to
the
have Ash
worst.
back. We can always use a friendly gun.
You're incredibly wrong, Garrus. There is nothing friendly about that bitch. Said she can't tell the aliens from the animals. She thinks you're a sheep, Garrus. Ignore the fact that I call you Bone Bunny all the time. That's something
You
very
always
different.
pull through, Commander. We've received the supplies from Tactus.
Everything good?
Indeed. We've acquired some very useful equipment. As such, I've been able to enhance the effectiveness of our Medigel delivery systems. I've also collated information that Liara may find of interest. Check with Glyph.
Check with the high-tech anal bead and not Liara herself?
Udina finally went over the edge. I never really liked the man. Now I know why.
Minor surgery will erase all scarring from your cybernetic implants. If you forego any cosmetic improvements, you will instead get a small boost to your overall health. I like the scar. In fact, I don't really have any scars because I'm such a good boy. It's really annoying. I wonder if scars from being an absolute ultra cock have any effects with like people in conversations. I wonder if they will react how disgustingly ugly you are. List of recent purchases by Zaid Masani after he joined us. Rifle parts. Discontinued Avenger series. He's trying to fix Gertrude or whatever the hell her
Hello
disgusting name was. Wow, really? It's only about Glyph? Big Larry just doesn't love me. I hate it. How is that motherfucker meant to go for the eyes? Minsk had no idea what he was talking about. Dock 42. It's the 42nd docking of the day. Can't leave any cock unsatisfied. Except maybe the Batarian one. Don't even look at me, you filth.